YouTube, man, you know, whenever we're talking about Zaire weed, it's lit. It's always fire content, and today is no different. We have some really interesting news about Zaire weed and where he may be going in the future. And man, this is really interesting. Now, before I get in the video, man, like this video, show some love to the channel, sub to the channel, turn on post notifications, get a new notification every time I upload a new video. And if you really enjoy the content that I put out, I appreciate each and every one of you for subscribing and showing love to the channel. Now, of course, we're talking about Zaire Wade, son of Dwayne Wade. You guys know his story by now. This dude, honestly, probably one of the most hated in high school basketball. I just got to be honest, whenever you're the son of an NBA player, you're going to get that type of hate regardless, and that criticism. A lot of people really look towards this guy and don't think he's ready for the next level. I've seen it multiple times, whether it's comments on Instagram or even YouTube, man. A lot of people just don't want to see him do well, and I'm not really sure why it is. Just because you're the son of an NBA player doesn't mean automatically that you're going to be a great basketball player. You got to work for this, and I think Zaire Wade knows that he has to work for his future. Even though his father already has some type of name, he clearly seems like the player that wants to make a name for himself. Now, you guys know his story by now. Previously, he was back in Florida playing basketball. He was doing very well over there. I believe he was averaging a lot of points over there, was really looking like a star guard. Of course, then he came to California, played for Sierra Canyon, got injured, so of course he didn't get as much time to play as he really wanted to, but he did his thing on the court. He definitely had some fire highlights for sure, but that really left him being injured, of course, left him with not too many offers and not too many college options. So he decided to go to Brewster Academy. But then, of course, you guys know everything that's going on right now. A lot of stuff got locked down, and we really haven't seen too much Zaire Wade content. Now, the reason this being, and someone actually commented it a little bit before, was the fact that the school was actually not letting outside companies come and film and show off what's going on with Zaire and the players at Brewster Academy. So that's the real reason why we haven't seen a lot of footage of him. Now, whenever we talk about his college decisions, man, it's really interesting. A lot of people are always wondering, man, where is Zaire Wade going? Where is this dude going to go in the future? And how good is he? Is he even good enough to play college basketball? And I'm going to answer all those questions today. Now, first and foremost, some brand new news about Zaire Wade and where he may be going just came out. Now, an article was actually released stating that Zaire Wade may actually be interested in going to South Carolina. Now, this is really shocking because it's almost out of nowhere. If you guys really didn't pay attention to what's going on with Zaire Wade, you may have never known this, or maybe never even known he had interest in this school. And the reason I say this and what a lot of people don't know is the fact that one of his teammates, his roommate, and someone that he's very close to actually committed to South Carolina. Now, I'm going to quote the article, and actually said something really interesting that I thought you guys might actually want to hear. But first of all, you guys should know by now, Zaire Wade does have interest from TCU, Rhode Island, Toledo, DePaul, and has actually been in talks with a lot of these teams. And of course, when you're in talks, man, those are places that you could potentially go into the future, but nothing is guaranteed. And Zaire Wade still has to make that official decision. Now, the article actually stated that Zaire and his teammate are so close, and Devin, ultimately his teammate, wants Zaire to go where he's going to be the happiest. They're the best of friends. They were roommates. They were together all the time this past year here at Brewster. But I think their relationship is such that Devin ultimately wants to make sure Zaire Wade has a great experience wherever he goes. And of course, whenever you're a friend of a really good player, you want him to go where he would flourish and perform best at. But this actually may interest Zaire Wade in actually going to South Carolina. And if you guys don't know by now or don't remember who was at Sierra Canyon at one time, Seventh Woods. If you guys have been around the basketball scene for a minute, you would know who that is. Seventh Woods is probably, man, one of the best ninth graders in the country, and then all of a sudden his career really did not pan out. A lot of people thought it would. He ended up going to North Carolina, and then things didn't go too well for him there, and now he was at South Carolina. But man, Zaire Wade going there is really shocking because honestly, we really just don't get this type of information and this insider insight as to where he's going. I think a lot of people really don't talk about him and where he wants to go to college. We've just seen the normal TCU, Rhode Island, Toledo, and DePaul, but we haven't heard anything about South Carolina or these other options that Zaire Wade may go. Now, let's say Zaire Wade doesn't want to go to college. Does he have the option to play overseas? Honestly, I think he would struggle overseas. It would be tough for him to play there because, of course, you guys know, depending on where you play, man, you could be playing against dudes that really could be in the NBA and are just playing overseas for the time being. You're going to play against top level competition. I really don't think that would be a great move for Zaire Wade as of right now. I think college is probably the best option for him. Of course, he's one of these players who, I think he's very talented, has a ton of skill, but he needs a little bit more development. And it's not saying he's a bad player, but some players just take more time to develop and grow into a star. And I think Zaire Wade, right now, he's definitely done his thing on the court. But really, when he gets to that college level, I think we'll be able to see how good is he. Of course, college games are always televised, so we'll be able to see him play each and every game. And knowing that we can actually follow his stats and what's going on with him, I think it's going to be able to give us a clear view. Can he really play at this top next college level? And honestly, as a freshman, odds are he won't get too much playing time, just depending on the situation of the team. But maybe there is a chance that he will play and we could really see some statistics by him. But I wouldn't bet on it, to be honest, because a lot of freshmen really don't get that type of PT. And even players who are ranked way higher than Zaire Wade in high school and then go to college, and some of them don't play like that. So it really depends on the school and his situation. But man, I think this is the perfect time for Zaire to really focus on his game, continue to keep working, and show what he's made of. Now on Instagram, he actually posted a new video of him dunking, and this dude looks like he has some serious bounce. I always say that, but I think for some reason he could jump, and he's really developed into a player that has a ton of athleticism that could obviously help him in the collegiate level. Whenever you're playing with college players, man, athleticism is a huge thing. You got to be able to run up and down the court, but also being able to jump and do that flashy type of stuff on the court can really get you a lot of attention that I think Zaire Wade could definitely benefit from. But although he has plenty of attention right now, man, it doesn't hurt to get more, because all publicity is good publicity for him. Now, I think he can develop pretty well and actually has a shot at making it to the next level. I think college is just going to be a place where Zaire can prove his worth. That's what we really need to see of right now, because of course, although coaches are probably seeing his high school footage right now and the Brewster Academy is sending it to college teams, we haven't seen it, man. We haven't seen Zaire Wade play since, I'd probably even say maybe 11th or 12th grade, probably 12th grade when he was there. But of course, he was injured that season, so we really haven't seen, I think, his full potential yet. But only time will tell, because this is going to be an opportunity for him to prove himself. Honestly, Brewster was an opportunity, but they really didn't play as many games as we would have hoped because of everything going on and the school kind of being locked down, seasons getting cut short, all these things. So of course, college is almost, in my opinion, a fresh start for this dude to really show us, can he hang with the best of them? And honestly, if I have to guess and say how he'll do in college, I think he's going to take the 4 years. Honestly, I'll give him 4 years, and then we'll be able to see, man, how talented is he? But he definitely has a ton of talent. And man, all the times I see him putting work in the gym, I know for sure this dude is going to be straight in the future. But I'm curious what you guys think about Zaire Wade, because there are really mixed feelings about it. Some people call him overrated, and others, man, they just think that he really was never that good to begin with. It's not even being overrated. Just being the son of an NBA player gets you some type of name in the basketball world. But I'm really curious, you guys think he's going to do well at the next level? And where do you think he's going to commit, man? South Carolina is definitely a place that is a potential spot for Zaire Wade to go to. So you guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about that? Now make sure you like this video, man. Show some love to the channel, sub to the channel, turn on post notifications to get a new notification every time I upload a new video. I appreciate each and every one of you for showing love to the channel, man. We are going to be at 20K subs soon enough, man. Keep showing love. I appreciate it. All right, it's LNH and I'm out.